My name is Neil Pearson. I'm a physiotherapist and yoga therapist and do some teaching at UBC. And this morning we're going to be doing a gentle relaxation. So we're going to have a little bit of movement later on. So as we start this, you can do it laying down. Jenny's going to show you what's going on laying down. Desmond's going to be showing you what's going on standing up. And I'm going to be seated in a chair, guiding you through this and showing you some of the movements from here. If you do have any questions, you can actually post them through Feedloop if you have access to that. So we'll start in these positions later on. I'm going to get people to shift around, but to similar positions as this. But for right now, what I'd like to do is just choose whether you'd like to lay down and have some support like Jenny has on her head, or maybe you want support under your legs. If you're standing, remember, actually standing, sitting, laying down, whatever you want, you can shift around. You do not need to wait for me to say it's okay to move. And of course, if you're doing any of these movements and you're running into the edge of any increased pain or tension or discomfort, then what we'd suggest you for this morning is that's far enough for right now. There's no need to see how you can push it for today. So what I'd like you to do is to take your attention to your breath. Now you can keep your eyes open or you can close your eyes. If you are standing and your eyes are closed, maybe put your hand on something so you've got some balance. Think about your torso like a cylinder, from the bottom to the top, a cylinder there. And as you breathe in, you're expanding the cylinders in all directions, to the sides and the front and the back. And so you're expanding that cylinder in around your belly and around your ribs and chest and the front and the sides and the back of your torso. Now you're not trying to do it as big as you can right now. You're just feeling expansion, like the whole cylinder is gently expanding, sides, front, back, bottom to top, as you breathe in. Now, as you breathe out, what I'd like you to do is let go. So breathing in, you're going to purposefully expand gently. And as you breathe out, you're going to create a sensation of letting go. And if you want to open your mouth and let go and sort of make a little bit of a sound, you can go ahead and do that. Or you can keep your lips closed and just do the letting go through your nose or your mouth if you want to do that. So it's a purposeful expanding belly, ribs, and chest all together as you breathe in. And as you breathe out, a sense of letting go. Great. And what I'd like you to do is to take your attention to your hands now and put your index fingers and thumbs together. I'm going to show you up here, so if you're looking, you can see, but you can just let your hands rest. What I'd like you to do is just for a moment, squeeze your index finger against your thumb as hard as you can, just for a moment, and then let go. And then squeeze again, but this time half as hard, and then let go. And then do half as hard again, and let go. Now, one more time, half as hard as again. So you just feel the muscles turning on a little bit and then let go. All right, now I got you to do that because I'm going to get you to go through different parts of your body and I'm going to ask you to create a little bit of tension. That's the kind of tension that I want you to start with. And we're going to sync this up with your breath. So come back to that breath where you're thinking of your torso as a cylinder. You're expanding the sides and the front and the back and the bottom to top gently as you breathe in. And as you breathe out, you're letting go. And then as you do this, as you breathe in next time, squeeze your index fingers to your thumbs, just gently, the smallest amount you can do. And when you breathe out, let go with your breath and let go in your hands. Breathe in gently, engage your finger and thumb against each other. Breathe out, let go. At your pace, creating a little bit of tension as you breathe in and letting go as you breathe in. And then after your next exhale, what I'd like you to do is to shift up to your face and take your attention to your jaw. And ever so gently as you breathe in, just squeeze your teeth together, that smallest amount you can do, till you just feel the muscles engage a little bit. And as you breathe out, when you let go with your breath, let go with the muscles around your jaw. So that smallest amount of tension as you breathe in letting go as you breathe out. And even something as small as this, if you're feeling like you're passing an edge, just pause. Hang on till you get to another spot and come on back in. And after your next exhale, switch your attention down to your toes. And when you breathe in next time, just create some tension in your toes, either by lifting or curling them, just a little bit of tension. And when you breathe out, let go in your toes, let go of your breath. So you're expanding that cylinder as you breathe in, gently engaging your toes as you breathe in, and then letting go as you breathe out. And after you finish your next exhale, let your toes rest, take your attention back to your hands. And when you breathe in next time, just create a little bit of tension through the muscles of your hands. And when you breathe out, let go there. So you can create a little bit of tension by extending your fingers or curling your fingers in, or just letting your hands stay exactly still where they are. You're trying to create the smallest amount of tension you can as you breathe in, and then create that sensation of letting go as you breathe out. So you're dividing your attention between your breath and the different parts of your body as we go through. And after you exhale, next time, you're going to take your attention to your lower legs. This might be a little bit harder, but as you breathe in, engage the muscles around your calves and your shins just a little bit as you breathe in. And when you breathe out, let go. Sometimes it can take a little bit of testing out to find those muscles, but give it a try. Gentle engagement of those muscles in your lower legs, calves, shin area. On the inhale, letting go on the exhale. Remember, if you do this in any part of your body and it doesn't feel like it's serving you, doesn't feel right, pause, hang on till we move to the next spot, and come back to that breath. After your next exhale, shift your attention to your upper arms. And when you breathe in next time, gently engage the muscles of your upper arms as you breathe in, and then let them go as you breathe out. So you probably feel the muscles around your biceps and your triceps, or the front of your upper arms and the back of your upper arms. Engage just a bit as you breathe in. Remember to try to make it the smallest amount you can do, and then feel the letting go on your exhale. And as best as you can, keep coming back into your breath, come back to your breath, expanding your ribs and belly and chest, like that cylinder is expanding gently on the inhale, and let go there on your exhale. After your next exhale, shift your attention to your thighs. So when you breathe in, just create a little bit of tension in the muscles of your thighs, maybe the front or the back or the insides or outsides or all of them. Just a little bit though. And as you breathe out, release that tension. So breathing out, expanding that cylinder. Breathing out, letting go. As you breathe in, you're gently engaging your body just a little bit, the smallest amount you can, and then feeling to let it go on the exhale. After you finish that next exhale, shift your attention back up to your shoulders. So like your shoulder girdle, the front and the top and the back of your shoulders. When you breathe in, gently engage muscles there. When you breathe out, let go. Yeah, and remember, you can shift around anytime you want. You don't have to stay still. If it feels like the best thing to do is to move around a little bit. And then as you breathe out next time, take your attention back down to your hips and your pelvis. And ever so gently on your next inhale, engage the muscles around your hips and pelvis. The right and the left, the front and the back. Just a little bit, the smallest amount you can do. And as you breathe out, release that tension. As you finish that next exhale, take your attention back up to your neck. So think about the sides and the back and the front of your neck. And as you breathe in next time, create a little bit of tension in those muscles. And as you breathe out, let go. Trying for that smallest amount of engagement of those muscles and that feeling of letting go as you breathe in. And then from here, as you breathe out next time, take your attention back down to your lower back. When you breathe in next time, ever so gently engage the muscles through your lower back. As you breathe out, let those muscles go. Release the tension. Really focus on the smallest amount you can do, and then letting go. Still feeling that cylinder expanding as you breathe in, and then letting go with your breath on the exhale. And after you finish your next exhale, come to your mid-back and do the same thing there. Ever so gently engage the muscles around the middle of your back while you breathe in. And then feel those muscles letting go while you breathe out. As you finish your next exhale, just let that go now. Check in and see how you're doing. See how your breath feels now. See how your body feels now. Maybe you want to move around a little bit. Your body might feel like it's saying, hey, I'd like a little bit of shifting around. Go ahead and do that. Or maybe it feels best just to stay right still. If you're seated or standing, bring your chin down to your chest, round your shoulders, and just round your back. If you're laying down, maybe bring your knees up toward your chest and then let them back down again. So when you breathe in next time, if you're standing or seated, come on back up to standing up tall or arching your back. If you're laying down, let your knees down, and maybe you can pull your shoulders back and feel your back coming into a little bit of an arch even from a laying down position. And then just start to move your body back and forth. So if you're laying down, it'll be drawing your knees in, letting them back down, and once they're down, coming into a bit of a back bend. If you're sitting or standing, you're bringing your chin to chest, rounding your spine, doing much as a forward bend of your spine as you want. And then when you come back up, you can even take your arms behind you, look up towards the sky if your body feels okay with that. And just move with your breath a few times back and forth. Not pushing through edges. If you get to a spot where it feels like that's enough, just go there. Be in a place where you know you're safe. Feel like you'll be okay later. And after that next exhale, sort of let your spine come on back to that neutral spot. If you're laying down, put your hands down by your sides. Take a breathe in, and when you breathe out, reach your right hand towards your right foot. And if you're standing or sitting, do a side bend down to the right as you breathe out. Breathe in, come on back to the center. Breathe out, go down to the other side. So if you're laying down, you won't have quite so much movement. That's okay. Just feel your spine rocking side to side. And if you're seated or standing and you want to take your arm up over your head and get a bigger stretch, you can do that. If you try and it doesn't feel like the right thing to do, you can let your arm rest down at your side like you were. You're just syncing up the movement with your body, getting a stretch that feels like a good stretch. So for now, stay in that sweet zone. Do your best not to crash through. Great. And if you're still moving, when you come back to neutral next time, just pause there. If you're laying down, have your knees bent. If you're standing, let your knees just soften a little bit of bend, because they're going to move into a little twist. So if you're laying down, you're going to twist by letting your knees come down the side. If you're seated or standing, you'll breathe in, get tall with your spine. As you breathe out, come around into a twist. Breathe in, come back to the center. Breathe out, come around to the other side. Now, if you're standing and you want to take your arms out away from your body or have your hands on your hips, do the stretch from there. Go ahead and do that. Whichever would feel best for you. If you get to a spot where some part of your body is saying that's far enough, just go to that edge, give it a little nudge, keep your breath flowing, keep your body tension low. There's no need for this movement. Push yourself through and do a big challenge. Stick with that kind challenge for today. Great. When you come back to the center next time, if you're moving your arms, let them on down. Bring your knees back to the center. Just pause there for again. Come back to that cylinder breath we were doing at the beginning, where you're expanding belly, ribs, chest, front, sides, back, all together as you breathe in, and then letting go as you breathe in. Make a bit more effort to your inhale now. So you bring a bit more energy into your inhale, expanding a bit more than you were before. That feels okay. But still letting go as you breathe out. And maybe you get a little more sound in your breath when you do this. Great. Now, when you breathe in next time, if you're seated or standing, take your arms up to wherever height would feel good. If you're laying down, just take your arms from beside your body, over your shoulders, and then back down again. So bring them up towards the sky over your shoulders and put them on back down as you breathe out. Right. So expand front, back, sides, belly, ribs, chest as you breathe in and reach up. And then feel that sense of letting go as your arms come down as you exhale. Next time your arms get up, keep them up there. If that feels okay, draw your shoulders down away from your neck. You're reaching with your arms and reaching with your fingertips. You're expanding your belly, ribs, and chest, that whole cylinder expanding as you breathe out. And then as you breathe out this time, keep your arms where they are, but let go of tension you don't need. So each time you breathe in, you expand through your torso and you reach. You keep your arms there as you breathe out, but release tension you don't need in your shoulders and back and arms and fingers. And then after your next exhale, let your arms come on back down to your sides. If you are laying down now, what I'd like to do is to invite you to come on up to a seated position. And if you're standing, come on into a seated position as well, if that's okay. Now, if for some reason this morning sitting down is not going to feel okay, then stay standing. If laying down is definitely the place you need to be this morning, stay right there and we'll get you to just imagine. Great. Nice. So you can see Desmond and Jenny finding things to support themselves. I'm staying here on the edge of this chair. Come back to that same breath that you're doing, expanding the cylinder, the sides, the front, and the back as you breathe it in. Letting go as you breathe out. When you breathe in next time, add in the sensation that you're getting your spine long. As you breathe out, keep your spine long, but release tension you don't need. So each time you breathe in, you're expanding out and lifting up with your spine and your neck. As you breathe out, release around your shoulders. Release tension through your arms and hands. Release tension around your hips and legs. So you're continuing to expand as you breathe in. All sides of that cylinder, reaching up as you breathe in, but releasing tension where you don't need it while you breathe out. And for a few breaths, check in with what's happening around your eyes. Maybe you can release some tension there. Around your ears. Maybe you can release some tension there. Check in around your jaw and your cheeks. So you're still reaching up and expanding while you breathe in. As you breathe out, releasing tension where you don't need it. If you can feel tension in your tongue, let your tongue soften. Stay with that breath. Stay with the releasing tension as you breathe out, continuing to scan through parts of your body, noticing any areas that are holding tension, and maybe seeing if a few more breaths in that area will help to release it. And as you finish your next breath, let that go. Check in, what's happening now. And for our last morning, what I'd like to do is, if you're okay with standing up, I'd like you to come up to a standing position. So take your time coming up to a standing position. I'm going to stay seated just so you can see me here. Jenny, it's okay it's okay. You can stay seated if you want to, or you can come up to standing, whichever might be okay. But if you can come up to standing, come up to a standing position. And once you get there, give your body a little bit of a shake. Give your arms a bit of a shake. Move your shoulders around a bit. Move your legs around a little bit. Just loosen things up. Now, if you're standing, just put your feet underneath your hips. If you're seated, lengthen your spine up. Roll the palms of your hands so they face towards the front of your body. Breathe in, take your arms up. However far they go, then bring your hands together and draw them down the center. Just do this for a few breaths. Now, if your arms don't go all the way up to the sky, wherever they get to, then bring your hands together in front of your body and bring them back down again. As you breathe in, you're going to reach from your feet and your legs and your spine and your arms. And as you breathe out, feel your palms pressing. Gently draw them together as you come down from the front of your body. Great. Maybe for a moment, imagine that all of us here are doing this together. We're standing together in a circle. We're joining our energy together, all together reaching up. And then all together, our hands connected, drawing down the front of our body. One more time, take your arms out to the side. Draw your palms back down the center of your body, and it feels okay. Just keep your hands together in front of your heart. Let your shoulders relax down just a little bit. Turn your gaze just a little bit down towards your fingers and hands. And then from there, you keep your eyes open or close your eyes if that feels good. Just for a moment, check in again if there's any spots that are tense. See if you can take your breath there and release those areas one more time. You can feel your breath. You can feel your spine reaching up a little bit. You can feel your palms resting together. So let your mind follow the sound of these words. May I be free of incapacitating pain. May I be open to the unknown, to possibilities of positive change. May I find purpose in this life, serving others and serving self. May I remember who I am, not fully defined by my physical and mental health. May all beings everywhere be safe, happy, and peaceful. May my love for myself and others flow without limit. May the power of loving kindness support me and support my family. May I be free of anger, fear, and regrets. May I be happy, be safe, be peaceful. So I'd really like to thank Desmond and Jenny for helping us out with these sessions, and thank Pain Canada and everyone for inviting me to be part of it as well. It's been such a pleasure. So that's where we're going to land it for today. If you do have time to stay seated or lay down and just rest for a few minutes in this, then go ahead and do that. Otherwise, we'll make the ending here. Have a wonderful day, everyone. Thank you again.